The crowd roared as President Donald J. Trump took the stage at CPAC 2025. It was a scene reminiscent of his greatest rallies, a sea of red hats and American flags. The energy was electric, a testament to the enduring power of Trump's message and the unwavering loyalty of his supporters. This was more than a speech. It was a homecoming. President Trump was back where he belonged, at the heart of the conservative movement, ready to chart a course for the future of America. He wasted no time in reminding the audience of the stark choice facing the nation. On one side, the America First agenda built on strength, prosperity, and patriotism. On the other, the radical left's socialist nightmare, characterized by open borders, economic ruin, and a relentless assault on American values. This was not a time for complacency, President Trump warned. The stakes were too high, the threats too great. He called upon every patriot to join him in the fight to take back America, to restore the principles that had made this nation the envy of the world. This was a call to action, a rallying cry to make America great again. The atmosphere in the room was electric. President Trump's words resonated deeply with the audience, who hung on his every word. This was a movement re-energized, ready to fight for the soul of America. President Trump's impact on the judiciary is undeniable. He appointed 3 Supreme Court justices during his term: Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. These justices are committed to upholding the Constitution as it was written, not legislating from the bench. These appointments will have a lasting impact on American jurisprudence for decades to come. They represent a victory for originalism, the belief that the Constitution should be interpreted according to its original meaning. This philosophy is essential to preserving our freedoms and ensuring that the government does not overstep its bounds. President Trump also appointed hundreds of conservative judges to lower courts. These judges are already making a difference, upholding religious liberty, protecting the Second Amendment, and pushing back against government overreach. They are a crucial line of defense against the radical left's agenda. The reshaping of the judiciary is one of President Trump's most enduring legacies. It is a testament to his commitment to appointing judges who will uphold the Constitution and protect our God-given rights. President Trump understands that a strong economy is essential to a strong America. That's why he made it a priority to unleash American economic might by slashing burdensome regulations and implementing historic tax cuts. These policies, he argued, were the key to restoring American prosperity. The results speak for themselves. Under President Trump's leadership, the American economy experienced record-low unemployment rates, soaring stock market growth, and a surge in manufacturing jobs. These achievements were a direct result of his pro-growth policies, which empowered businesses to thrive and created opportunities for all Americans. President Trump's tax cuts put more money back in the pockets of hardworking Americans. He understood that it was their money, not the government's, and they deserved to keep more of what they earned. These tax cuts, he reminded the audience, were a major factor in the economic boom that occurred during his presidency. The contrast with the current administration couldn't be clearer. Under President Biden, we've seen skyrocketing inflation, soaring gas prices, and a stagnant economy. President Trump argued that these failures were a direct result of the left's socialist policies, which stifle growth and punish success. Section 4. Making America Respected Again. A look at foreign policy successes. President Trump's foreign policy was guided by a simple but powerful principle: putting America first. He rejected the globalist agenda of endless wars and nation-building, choosing instead to focus on American interests and American strength. One of his most significant achievements was the Abraham Accords, a historic peace agreement between Israel and several Arab nations. This breakthrough, brokered by the Trump administration, reshaped the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East and demonstrated the power of diplomacy backed by strength. President Trump also took a bold approach to North Korea, engaging in direct talks with Kim Jong-un in an effort to denuclearize the Korean peninsula. While the process was ongoing, President Trump's willingness to engage with adversaries and his commitment to achieving concrete results marked a departure from the failed policies of the past. Under President Trump's leadership, America was no longer the world's policeman. He rebuilt the military, restored American credibility on the world stage, and stood up to our adversaries. His foreign policy was about strength, not weakness, and it yielded tangible results for the American people. Section 5. Securing our borders, securing our future. President Trump understands that a nation without borders is no nation at all. That's why he made border security a top priority of his administration, taking unprecedented steps to secure our southern border and enforce our immigration laws. The centerpiece of his border security strategy was the construction of a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. Despite facing fierce opposition from Democrats and the media, President Trump made significant progress on the wall, fulfilling a key campaign promise. He argued that the wall was essential to stopping illegal immigration, drug trafficking, and human smuggling. President Trump also took steps to end sanctuary cities, crack down on visa overstays, and implement a merit-based immigration system. He argued that these measures were necessary to protect American jobs, wages, and security. He believed that legal immigration made America stronger, but illegal immigration undermined the rule of law and threatened the safety of American citizens. President Trump's commitment to border security was unwavering. He understood that a nation that cannot control its borders cannot control its destiny. His actions sent a clear message: America is not a country that can be walked all over. Section 6. A nation in decline. The failures of the Biden administration. President Trump did not mince words when it came to his successor's record. He painted a bleak picture of a nation in decline under the Biden administration, citing a litany of failures that had eroded America's standing at home and abroad. He pointed to the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan, which he called a humiliation for America and a gift to our enemies. He criticized the Biden administration's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, arguing that their lockdowns had crippled the economy and their mandates had infringed on individual liberty. President Trump reserved his harshest criticism for the Biden administration's economic policies, which he blamed for soaring inflation, rising gas prices, and a stagnant economy. He argued that their reckless spending and their war on American energy were destroying the American dream. He warned that if the radical left's agenda was not stopped, America would continue down a path of decline and decay. He urged his supporters to fight back against the socialist policies of the Biden administration and to restore America to its former glory. Section 7. A promise for 2028, I will be back. As President Trump's speech drew to a close, the atmosphere in the room reached a fever pitch. The crowd erupted in chants of USA, 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 and 4 more years, 4 more years, 4 more years. President Trump smiled and soaked in the adulation. He knew he had them right where he wanted them. He teased the possibility of a 2028 presidential run, telling the crowd, I will be back. The roar that followed was deafening. It was clear that the Republican Party was still very much Trump's party. He had become synonymous with the movement itself. President Trump's CPAC speech was a resounding success. He had energized his base, laid out his vision for the future, and positioned himself as the leader of the opposition to the Biden administration. The speech left no doubt. President Trump was back, and he was ready to fight for America.